into like it, love it, or
hated it.
Hated it. Let's get it. And as we go into this, we give our picks and say how we felt about certain things. So first thing we're going to do is go into ESPN graded Washington a B for the draft. Will, I'm going to come to you first. Do you like it, love it, or hate it?
I think that they're being a little bit harsh. I would go higher than that, so I'm going to say I hate that their pick. I think we drafted guys to fill holes that we have, and we drafted guys who probably going to get on the field week one. So from that perspective, whether it's the right, I don't know, I don't know if it's the right player, but I felt like they picked the right positions when they needed to, and they picked guys that are, like I said, we've got some holes, and so I think it should be higher than just B.
Nice. And Ad, what you think, man?
I'm gonna go the opposite way. I think they're generous, for real. Like honestly, I really hope that they prove me wrong. I really hope Ron Rivera and Mayhe, whoever he is, proves me wrong.
Yeah. I
really do. I really do hope they prove me wrong. But I really did not like any of these picks. Not one. Like I lied. I like the third round pick. I like your boy from
Brown, baby.
Yeah, I like Brown. I do. You know what I'm saying? I like that pick. I really do. But you were saying like we picked because we had needs and everything like that. To me, I don't agree with that in a sense. You pick like best value, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like all those picks that they did, I really felt they reached. Yeah. Except for Brown, every other pick I really felt they reached for those players. And it seemed like they picked them for their pro days in a sense. And like, oh, they're athletes, they're freakish athletes, and that's nah, man. Yeah. You get the guys that like have proved something. Like, give me some of those guys mixed in with those like experiment guys, and then we'll talk. And then that'll be a better draft for me. Other than that, that's a C plus, maybe draft for me.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's right around here. I'm thinking B to C plus around there, because honestly, and I'm gonna tell you, I like it. I'm in the middle. I hate to, I'm going different for both of you, but the first 3 out of the first 4 picks I like. I like the old lineman, what's his name? Jamin Davis. Jamin Davis. Jamin Davis. All right. I mean, I wasn't happy that night, but the more I read, the more I'm looking at, the things that he's capable of. I'm excited. I absolutely love Dyami Brown, and I love the tight end. I love filling in for that because I think he's going to be a blocker. I do agree though. Get Cheeseman, getting this guy, Derek Foster. Some of these guys, I feel like we could have waited, and there's a lot of guys available that I feel like we totally overlooked. We talked about JOK all fall, and we didn't even look his way at all. We talked about Darrisaw. He was available. Like and we're gonna talk about this later, but I just felt like they went too not flashy. Like they went too just plain. There was some times where I think you can still make a spicy move and it still be considered, chill and relaxed.
It's like they tried to be dull and boring. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Like it was too much for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have, like, they definitely could have picked up. What about the LSU linebacker?
Jabril Cox. Yeah, Jabril Cox. Yeah.
Dude, like, we could have picked him up like several times, and it just, to me, that blew my mind that we were just overlooking all these players. You know what I'm saying? And to pick like guys that weren't even like featured, and they probably weren't even in anybody's mock drafts. That's how boring our draft was, for real.
See, like, I don't feel like I was looking at Jabril Cox, and there was a couple safeties that went in the second round before we even had to pick that I was like, oh man, he went. Oh man, that guy went too. Jabril Cox was the only person that when our pick came up, I was like, oh, he's still there. But and we'll get to, I know we're going to get to the players more, but I still look at the tight end was the bigger need there than getting another linebacker. Like we have a massive hole right there at tight end. So like I was okay. This was one of the few drafts where like as players slid, I wasn't like we've got to get up and get him. Like when they picked up AGG, I went ecstatic. A couple of years ago when they picked up Jimmy Moreland and Kelvin Harmon, I went ecstatic. I was like, look at the value. And I didn't see players like that falling where I'm like, man, we're not getting this guy. We don't really want we were chatting about the whole tight end and Brevin Jordan. It was like, man, if they like him, they'll get him. If they chose the other guy, I don't know. I'm leaning. I've got a lot of faith in this group right now. I guess basically what I can say. Homer Will is coming out.
But right. you like Jordan though, and we didn't get him. And he was available when Bates showed up. When we drafted Bates. So what do you like? You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm not a scout. I'm not a scout to know what they really, what tape. I'd never heard of this John Bates guy, but clearly they saw something way more than any of us would see, and they've got the ability to look at film that we don't have the privilege to. So, we can only go by what we can see. We can read on folks, and I can just believe that they can see more, or they know what they're looking for more than we do.
Yeah. And I mean, you guys hit it on the head because Jabril Cox, Brevin Jordan, those guys are guys that were available later, and it was weird. I don't know. It just looked like the obvious picks at certain specific times we went against. We went another direction, and it was kind of like, well, what are we doing? But we still filled the need, but it was like we went, okay, next guy. We'll get this guy. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. Now, we did get some nice picks, and like we alluded to earlier, we will speak about my North Carolina pick. But there was also, look, they had a two-headed monster. Javonte Williams got picked up early, but Michael Carter got picked up later. I know we have a solid running game and eventually did pick up a back, but I think if we could have had a Michael Carter under a Mac Brown who runs a pro-style offense, he could have fallen right in as a third down back. He could have been a Chris Thompson kind of guy for us. Maybe I'm biased, but you know what? I don't care.
You texted the whole group letting us know what North Carolina players are still available. I heard that. I read that.
North Carolina's draft, all right? Jeez. So we got to move on. Like it, love it, or hate it. Ab, I'm coming to you, like you alluded to. Our 19th pick. We made this pick. We picked I don't know why I can't Jamin Davis, but we could have easily traded back and potentially still picked him or done other things. So how do you feel about the 19th pick, us making this move right here?
I was mad when we made this pick, bro. I was mad. We could have kept Jeremiah okay.
Right.
I was mad, bro. It was everybody's like, what's wrong? And you want to drink? Nah, man, leave me alone. I'm mad right now. To me, and we didn't even trade back for him. To me, right. I think we could have even traded back and got this dude. To me, this guy's a second round dude. As many mock drafts that I've done, he's fallen to at least the second round, maybe even the third. And we picked him up in the first. And to me, and like my comment before, it's like we're picking up guys because of their pro days. They're athletes. They ran the cones at this time, and they did the 40, and this time they did the broad jump at this far. To me, you don't pick dudes for that, man. You don't. You really don't. And honestly, if it works, honestly, we got a linebacker. I said I just wanted a linebacker. It's not one of the three that I wanted, but I'm actually okay with actually getting a linebacker. So this is a C- to me, bro. I'm trying to tell you, C- to me, that's what this pick is.
Yeah. Look, and I'm gonna go real quick. Well, honestly. My thing about this is when I saw Parsons get picked up, And then my boy Zaven Collins got picked up, and I was crushed. I've been talking about him for the last couple months. I was crushed. He got picked up. So then but like you were saying, Ab, we kept looking on the board, and you kept seeing Jeremiah OK, who you have mentioned from the beginning that this is the guy, this is the guy, this is the guy. So when we came, to me, it was second nature. I was like, oh well, I was like, look, we got him, Jeremiah OK, and then we got Christian Darrisaw. Which way do we want to go? Like that. And when they said Jamin Davis, I was like, are you bleeping kidding me? Are you serious? And Ab, look, we gotta go. I don't have the tape with me, but once I edit the tape, we're gonna go to the tape and we're gonna show your face where they made that pick. Because you were just
man.
We said, Ab, are you how you feel about this? And just the quiet. Just shaking his head.
I was done, man. I was done. Like it was a wrap. Like to me, it wasn't a good pick at all. Like I said, like he's a second, third rounder. And honestly, what really made this move bad is that we didn't even try to get more picks. Like, well, I can't say that. I'm not in the war room. I can't say we didn't try, but it's this whole, like, to me, this whole draft, like there's a strategy to this. And stop, baby. There's a strategy to this, and if you're going to get a guy that no one has much value in, at least trade back. That's it. Right. And if you trade, like honestly, if they traded back to like what maybe like the 23rd pick or like even the 31st pick, and it was just like, look, we're going to get this guy. Okay, cool. I understand that. That's how you play. That's how you play chess. That's how you play the draft. But they just didn't even do that at all. This whole draft that we've sat through.
Right. And Will, yeah, and like I said, with my point, it was just I don't think he was the best player available. And my point, I know he was on our draft board. I know we have been looking to get him, but Darrisaw, Jeremiah OK, we had other guys available. I thought we could have used that pick if we were going to stay at 19. I thought we could have got somebody else. So, Will, what do you think? So I hate it. I did not like it. I'm sorry.
Hate it.
I like him.
I'm gonna go. Like that. I guess I'll go complete opposite of both of you all. Then, I really thought, with Darrisaw still there, I thought, okay, let's, I didn't think he'd be there. All right, let's go get the left tackle. But listen, Ron Rivera has drafted Luke Kuechly, Thomas Davis. He drafted Shaq Thompson, who was a safety in college, and we all thought he was coming here this offseason. He also has coached and been a part of a team that drafted Lance Briggs and Brian Urlacher. Who am I to say that he doesn't know what he's looking for in a linebacker? And who am I to say that Jack Del Rio doesn't know what they're looking for?
Very true.
Especially if this is their first pick of the draft. When you got your best talent there, I fist pumped when he named it. I think y'all keep talking about JOK. Well, dude slid. Why did dude slide? There were plenty of teams that could have drafted him after us, and they slid, and then he
why he slid?
Do
you know why he slid?
Why?
Right before the draft happened, there was news that came out that said that he had a heart condition or something like that. He didn't want to touch him, and so, but then when he got picked, and the next day, everybody was like, "Oh, his heart's fine. Don't worry about it."
That's the draft game. That's the draft game, man.
Yeah, man. That's crap, man. That's some jacked up mess right there.
Yeah. I'm good. Well, the thing about Davis that I think is good is the dude is a 3-down backer. He can play outside. He can play inside. He may start outside. They may transition him into the middle linebacker at some point. He's versatile. That's what they're looking for. We're going to go through the picks. They're looking for guys who can play multiple positions, and he does it. So I'm good with it. I'll say I love it.
Nice. And definitely, hey, real quick, shout out our guy, Mr. Anthony Handy, Club Shay Shay, Zagnif Productions. He came, diehard Falcons fan. He came on the live draft special, did the pick for his Falcons. Who got Kyle Pitts? Got Kyle Pitts, the first wide receiver, tight end, but pass catcher off the board.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing with that. And I'm actually eager to see how that offense runs. But to be honest, if you watch the draft and if you watch anything leading up to the draft, the story that rocked that day was not a drafted player, but probably the best, pound for pound quarterback in the league, Aaron Rodgers. He wants out of Green Bay. So a lot of teams have come in there and there's been a lot of speculation where he might go. Richard Sherman just sent out a message, or just had a message where he was doing an interview and basically stated that he thinks that Aaron Rodgers would be a good fit at somewhere like Washington. You have a young defense, you have a couple pass catchers on the outside, a nice little offense, good offensive set, head coach. I love that. I absolutely love that. I mean, if this is the time, he did the same thing last year. It was just to, get money, do whatever he had to do. And he went 48-5, you know what I mean? And went to the last, 5 minutes left in the championship game. He went all the way down for that. You know what I mean? I absolutely love it. And he's going to have a chip on his shoulder. It's bigger than the one he already had from when he got drafted, 24th out of Cal to Green Bay. I love it. Let's do this. This would be a move where I'm like, great. This is why we haven't done anything. This is why we've been saving money and just kind of sitting here, paying attention, waiting to see what happens. I absolutely love it. If this happens, it's all conjecture. Obviously, Richard Sherman's just putting his opinion out there. We don't know what's going on. But if this is for real, I'm with that. So, Will, what you think, man?
Yeah, I'm all in. I was not wanting any of the after the first round quarterback. No, thank you. They're no different than who we have on the roster. And if this is a possibility, man, I'm good with what first rounders do you need? What player? Depending on who we need to give up. I'd rather give up picks. But it's like it goes back to our thing of saying so we've drafted more defense. We've gotten a few more offensive weapons. We're missing a quarterback, and tell me who could be up for top 5, top 10 debate all time. He's in the latter stages of his career, but he showed last year he can do it. And just like you said, Sean, he's got a chip on his shoulder. If he gets out of Green Bay, he's gonna be pissed and tell everyone how wrong they were. And it kind of seems like he wants to go back to the West Coast. Mentioned the 49ers, Raiders, and Broncos as the team he'd be interested in. But I mean, I would think we just keep saying we're a quarterback away now from being something real strong. I'd love it. I'd go all in.
Let's go. Ad, what you thinking, man?
Okay, so I'm trying not to be vulgar when I say this, but I'm all deep into all deep into this, bro. For real. Did I do well? Did I do it?
You did. You good.
Okay. So I'm trying to tell you, man. I agree with my man Will. Honestly, we're a quarterback away. And when I say quarterback away, that right there is what we need to do in order to make our team legit scary. And then people don't understand, when we get a good quarterback, that's when all the wide receivers want to come to our team. That's when all the other players want to be like, oh, that's a Super Bowl team. We want to choose this team over this team, and so on. Honestly, we get a guy like Aaron Rodgers, all the free agents are going to want to come here. And it's going to be so dumb for the next 3 years. I understand he's towards the latter part of his career. And honestly, I don't want to be like, well, Tom Brady did it, so why can't Aaron Rodgers do it? I don't want to be like that. But for real, this man became MVP at 36? That's stupid, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't look he's not showing that he's going to stop anytime soon.
Yep.
Let this guy leave Green Bay, come here, honestly, Aaron Rodgers, what do you want?
Right.
Like honestly, do you want to coach? We'll let you coach.
Yeah,
Right, right.
pick your plays.
You can do what you want to
That's what you
do.
want to do.
Let's go. Yep.
I'm trying to tell you.
Exactly. Exactly. Yo, absolutely. Absolutely. And look, like I said before, 48 TDs, 5 picks with the likes of and Devontae Adams. We'll give him that. He's top tier. He's up there. But Lazard, Valdez-Scantling, Tanyan, I mean, these are respectable guys, but Aaron Rodgers elevates them. Can you imagine Aaron Rodgers throwing to the likes of McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, De'Ami Brown? Let's go. You know, you got what Logan Thomas
John
out there. You got
Bates.
Yeah. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. And wait, Samus Reyes. Let's go. The basketball player. Let's get. But yo, he instantly makes those players better around him. He's got a coach that knows what it's like. He's got the defense set. I mean, that would be a perfect fit. I don't like you, Ab. I don't want to read into it. I don't want to sit here and maybe Will. I don't want to be like, oh yes, this is gonna happen. Let's really get excited about it. But if this type of thing to happen, and Ab, to your point, I know we don't want to think about it, but it did happen with Tom Brady. You know what I mean? And that was the year before last year. I know, but before last year, nobody would have made that comment. Oh, Tom Brady's going to go somewhere. Oh, Tampa. Blah, blah. Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened, and we're trending up. That's what I like. And the fact that we're in this conversation, we're trending up. Let's get it.
I honestly think, to me, I think we're the best fit. Like, and ESPN has us number 2 out of 7 teams that for that trade, and so like that to me, it just makes too much sense. Like literally, like they don't do enough. Green Bay doesn't do enough for him to try to win. We do. Like honestly, other than our offensive line that we're still trying to get up on, he can't complain about anything about our team. Not one thing.
Exactly.
And honestly, to me, that's a few free agent signings right there to where his standard is. Let's go. Let's go.
So, Aaron, Washington Football Weekly officially makes its
call. Endorse it. Yep.
Come on, bud. Just come on, Washington. I will get that jersey
here.
I'll get that one too. That number 12. I'll get that.
Oh, that might force me to get a Washington jersey there.
Right. Exactly. That would be the move. Yeah. But yo, like we